Hello, Joe. Welcome to a whole new year.
Yes, Happy New Year
Happy New
to
Year, everyone.
2020.
Welcome to 2026.
Yes, I love a new year, new beginnings, everything's fresh.
I was going
So,
to say it's a fresh start. We've done some cleaning, we've smudged, we've cleansed, and we've
yes,
decluttered. Did you do any of that, Joe?
yes, I had this thing the last week where I pick it up and if I want it, keep it, but put it away. And if I don't want it, put it in, like I've got garbage bags and boxes to declutter because I tend to like a little bit of stuff. So I need to declutter a few things. Yes.
Yeah, I've done trips to the tip, and I've been selling stuff on eBay. So stuff that doesn't serve my highest good anymore. It's been great, but now it's time for you to find your new homes or your forever home. So we've been doing a lot of that stuff as well.
I have found interesting in the pottery shop that I have with my friends that lots of people are, it's been good for us because people are buying better quality things and not like to have one piece than a whole lot of crap.
Yes.
So I found that interesting, just as general public, how they're thinking more wisely about what they want in their home, which I love.
Yeah. And I agree. I think that's wise because it's good that they're thinking about, okay, what does it look like? What are we doing? Where
Mm,
do I want to put my money? Do I want to put my money in something that's going to last a lifetime and that's an investment piece or just crap
yeah,
from Temu?
absolutely. Yeah. So I love that for yeah, for humanity and moving
I
into
agree.
2026. I feel like that 2026 is more about dropping into your heart energy and doing things that you want and it aligns with your soul better. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's less about materialism, more
Yes.
about connectedness, connecting with people, connecting with nature, coming back to who you really are, opening up your
Yeah.
heart space, all of that sort of stuff. So I feel like people are getting less materialistic,
Yes.
because they're seeing things and it's like, I don't see the value in that anymore. And they're
Yes.
opening up to, I need to connect with people more. So I might do picnics, I might do lunches, I might do, so my money that was going on product that just sits on a shelf and might collect dust is now going to having that experience. Let me connect with you, let me vibe with you. So I think you're right. I think there's going to be a year of change for a lot of people. And I think it's all positive. It's all good.
Yeah. And even like, um and my kids are teenagers and they're old teenagers or not old teenagers, but you know, we do things like we'll make dinner and then put it in containers and then go and sit at the beach and eat it for dinner. And
Oh, perfect.
those things, it's an experience, but it's not really costing you a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, but it's the heart connection of being with your family. We've all taken our swimmers and then we'll have a swim and then yeah, I'm going to sneeze in a second. Yeah. Anyway, but no, it's gone. But anyway, but yeah, it's about that heart connection thing of more, and it doesn't. Nothing has to be that expensive. Even like one of my clients went, "Oh, I can't go out for dinner because I can't afford it." And I said, "But invite everyone over to your house and bring a plate. Everyone's in a similar
Yes.
position now, so
Yes. Yes, I agree. And I like what you said about, making dinner, putting it in little containers and going to the beach. So it's not just dinner, it's the whole experience of we're cooking together. Now we'll go and eat it at the beach in a different environment. So we're, and we're just relaxing. And I think that's what
yeah,
people need to do. Turn off the TVs, get off the phones and your computers and tablets, start
yeah,
relaxing more and coming back to what's important, that connection with family and friends and people
yes,
in your world and the earth. So I think you're right, Joy. And I love that. I remember as kids, my mum used to make chicken and chips. And
oh,
what we
yum,
used to do is put it in the brown paper school bags and eat it on the couch. And it's like, oh, we're eating al fresco tonight. And that was fun for us. Do you know what I mean? As kids. And
yeah,
that's what we used to do. And it was just like, we say to her every now and then, can we have it al fresco? She goes, yeah, get the brown paper bags out. We'll pop it in brown paper bags. And it was like you were getting takeaway, but you weren't getting
yes.
takeaway. And that's the smarts of, keeping the costs down, but still having a connection, having fun with it.
Yeah, even little things. My kids remember now. We didn't do this often because I'm a bit of an organic buyer of foods, but I used to buy hot dogs and put them. I bought this Kmart thermos and I put boiling water in it. So by the time, and buns and tomato sauce, and by the time we got to the beach, it was the sausage rolls were or the hot dogs were hot enough, and it was just something a bit of a treat because they weren't allowed to have a whole lot of processed crap. So but it was just fun and they remember that. And I thought, gosh, that was such a simple thing, but they recall that from their childhood.
But see, it's the little things like that that
Yeah,
mean the most. And that's why,
yes,
the chicken and the chips in the brown paper bag, or you with your
yeah,
hot dogs, or you're cooking stuff and you're taking it to the beach. That's what actually lasts a lifetime. It's not the stuff that
yes.
you buy and put on a shelf. That doesn't mean
No,
anything. It's got no meaning. Whereas your emotional connections have the most meaning. Do you know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
interesting.
Even, a few, not so much now, but with the kids with little, when we're little and we're a little bit short on money, we'd do acts of service for the kids. So,
Yeah.
we had things and it would be like, some of the things were like a movie ticket to go to the movies, which isn't, hopefully I used to try and get them to book on Tuesday because that was cheap Tuesday.
Yes. Yes. We used to do the same
But
thing Tuesdays.
yeah, Tuesday's a great day. Anyway, but
Yeah.
it's all those little things. So, and then this year, our kids did that to us. So they gave us vouchers to wash and vacuum our car, cook dinner one night. And I thought, oh, I love it because they're things that they can do for their children as well, or, mm,
But it means something. There's a thought that's gone into that. Instead of me just buying something, let me just give you that experience that I'm going to cook dinner for you one night, or I'm going to wash the
yes,
car for you so that you don't have to worry. That's lovely. I love that. That comes from here. That comes from
yes,
the
much so.
heart. And
Yeah.
it's not, here, but it comes from, what I'm feeling. I love it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because and even with kids' gifts, when the kids were giving teachers gifts, I'd go, no, you can make something that's good. Obviously, I used to get them to do pottery things, just so
Yeah.
it's more thoughtful than, or a Christmas wreath than just a cup that they've probably got 80, 100 of at home with chocolates in it.
Yeah, but it's something that means I'm thinking of you and I'm creating something from you. So it's not
Yeah,
just here's something. It's like, no, here's something that I've thought about and I've made for you. I think it's love. I
yes,
think it's great. I think that's what we need to do more of.
absolutely. The other thing that the guides, when I was meditating, it's like bringing in alignment to come to Earth in 2000 in this era. It's pretty magical because our souls have experienced so many things as being alive now. Even as much as it was extraordinarily uncomfortable in some areas of our lives of the pandemic, it's pretty rare that your soul gets to experience a pandemic because it's only roughly every 100 years.
Yeah.
So even now, for you to align and be allowed to come to Earth in this time, it's more around the lines of, if there's something that your soul wants to do or achieve, now's the time, because it's lucky that you're here right now on Earth, and
I agree. It's go time, and we
yes,
actually we all asked to be here at this point in time so that we could have this transition. And it's no more, it's no more practice, practice. It's now, this is the lifetime we're making it happen. So you're right. We wanted to be here for COVID. We wanted to be here for the changes of 2025 because 2025 was a hard year for a lot of people. 2026
very,
might be the same challenge, but come 2027, we're moving beyond it. And we all
yes,
wanted to be here to help uplift humanity at this amazing time that it's evolving. So it's very special to have these times and to have these experiences. Our souls are
yes,
old. Our souls have had many lifetimes, but this is the lifetime where it really matters. This is the lifetime that it really counts. And that's why we've got to make a shift. And we've got to do
yes,
things and no more holding back. Just get out and do it. Do it from love, do it from joy, do it from happiness. Let's make it
yes.
happen.
And it's like anything is possible, but it's just, you've got to ask yourself, what are you willing to do to get it? Because anything is
Yes.
possible. Anyone can do
Yes.
anything in this lifetime generally.
Yeah.
A standard girl, if she has the smarts and can sit and figure out how to use AI and all these things, could have anything she wants generally, or man, I should
Yeah.
say, not girl. But it's,
Yeah.
I often say to myself, and I talk to my clients about this, what have I done today to build my bright future?
Oh, that's a
So,
good one, Joe. I like it. What have I
yeah,
done today to build my bright future? I like that. That's good. What steps
because
have
everyone,
what positive steps have I made? Yes.
yeah. So, because everyone gets stuck in the day-to-day stuff. And I agree, you still got to do the day-to-day stuff. Like you've got to, at our house, you've got to make sure the washing keeps going because we've got sporty teenagers. And if you leave that for a few days, holy moly. So
Exactly. Exactly.
washing and dishwashers and floors and all that has to be done. But I always spend a little bit of time each day on going, okay, so what have I done today that I'll be really grateful for next year or next month or next week? So
Yep.
it's just being wise and perusing your life and going, like, I had a client, she goes, "Oh my gosh, Jo, I've saved $11,000." And I went, "Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's amazing in this
Yeah.
day." And I said, "Do you have it in a super saver where it's working for you?" "Oh, no." I said, "Well, that's going to help your bright future because it
Yes.
might give you $400 extra interest money for
Yes.
next year."
Exactly, that you don't have to save, that the bank wants to give you. And that's
Yeah.
that's the power. I did this, Joe. Look, I told you, everybody, all the viewers, I bought my journal, $3 at Kmart. Okay. It's
Love
just a
Kane.
book that's got the pages, the line pages, but this is my gratitude journal. This is what I'm wanting for next year. So $3, that's what I've done today. And this is like, yep, let's make it happen. Let's go
Yes.
with it. And let's make 2026 the best year we can.
Yes. And the other thing that I love to sort of say to people is have quiet time, because we're so much on our phones all the time, or we've got our earpods in, or we're listening to stuff, but we're not actually going into our heart chakra to listen to what we want or what our soul's telling us to do. So
Yeah.
it's just like have quiet time. Like I like getting up early in the morning because the house is quiet. I can think, I can do a lovely meditation if I'm working for that day for my clients. If I'm not, I'll do it for myself. But it's just to have quiet time to connect into all our chakras. What is it that we're wanting?
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
for a walk most days, and that's probably your time of quiet time with
It
your
is.
brain.
It is. That's me time, and I can just nut out whatever my thoughts are for that day, or whatever I might be feeling, or even if it's just nothing. I'll just go for a walk and in my head talk to the birds and talk to the trees and just become one. And but the funniest thing is, Joe, I leave the phone at home.
Yeah.
It's just me and my keys to get back into the house. That's all I take. Me and the keys. That's it. Because I
Mm.
don't want to. I don't own AirPods. If I wear headphones, they're corded because I don't like the radiation that it creates for your head. But I don't wear them when I'm out and about. So I'm only using
Mm.
this when I'm listening to a meditation or something. But
Yes.
yeah, when I'm out and I'm talking to the birds and the trees, and I'll say hello to everybody that walks past. Whether they say hello back or not, different story. But I'm connecting. And that's what I feel like I need to do. So yeah, that's my happy place. Like you get up early and you've got silence to start the day and you can meditate.
Yes.
For me, it's going for a walk. And I do it at different times of the day. It could be
Yes.
7 o'clock in the morning, could be 11 o'clock. I think yesterday it was 5:30 in the afternoon. Different times of the day, you're seeing different things, different people. The colors are different, the shades are different. So yeah, find something that works for you guys. And it might be have a bath. Have a
Oh,
bath
love
and
a good
put on a
bath.
meditation in the background. I love doing that. Put on some candles, put on a meditation in the background, just lie in the bath and just ponder, what the
Mm.
world wants you to know and what you want to know. And it's also a good time to just clear out, oh, that was good. It's finished. That's done. Don't have to worry about that. Got to contemplate that. Not going to give it too much energy. Clear out stuff in your head. Because as you say,
Yeah.
Joe, we're on these phones all day long and it
Mm.
just bombards us with thoughts and you can't relax. The nervous system just can't relax. So put it down for a while. And if you find you're
Yeah.
on it too much, there are things you can do. There's an Instagram page called the Offline Club. Very interesting. They meet all over the world and they leave their phones in a basket and they all connect. And there's a new app called Brick. And you go and buy a brick, and what it does, it limits your use of the telephone. So if you're addicted to it and you need something to do, there are things that you can do to help you release that addiction to the dopamine that the phone wants to give you.
Oh, yes. And then there's, I've got a few ladies that are influencers that see me, and they're addicted to the hit of when lots of people like their post,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now they're being a little bit daring on what they're doing just because they're running on that adrenaline of the likes. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, look, I looked at your page and I think you're going a bit off track,
Yeah. Yeah.
and when I kind of said that to him at first, one of them was a bit like cranky at me, but then she was like, "You're right, huh? I've gone off track. I'm chasing the likes." And I went, "I think you are, and you're going off your integrity and of why you started the page." So I think,
Yes.
yeah. And the other thing I found with people is that so many people are listening to podcasts and books and stuff, but you're not actually implementing much of what you're listening to. Like it's like you tick the box that you're doing self-development, but when I observe their life, they're not really implementing any of it literally into their lives. So I just think people need to, you know, not listen to books, but listen to their inner guidance more of what
Perfect.
does your soul want.
Yeah, because you can listen to all of those books, but it might not be relevant for you at that time. So
Yes.
start listening to you. Start listening to this little voice up here
Yes.
that sort of wants you to do things in a good way
Yes.
to
Yeah.
make your life better, you know. And that might just be, you know, I'm being nagged to go for a walk, or I'm being nagged to wash the car, or I'm being nagged to vacuum. It's making your life better. Just trust and just do, and then see what comes. All right, Joe, I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to pull a card for January 2026.
Let's do it.
Actually, Joe, I'm going to get you to pick it, Joe. I don't know if you can see. Hold on, stand up. Pick a
Okay.
card, Joe.
All right, I'll pick the second one from the top on this side.
So
Yep,
this,
on
okay.
yep,
This
that's
side?
it. That's it. Second one.
So
Yep.
this one.
Yep.
All right. Oh, love it. The Three of Pentacles. So we've got to work with a team. I like this card for 2026 because not everything we can do by ourselves. Okay, we've got to work with a collective of people and things that help us
Yes.
achieve that. So it's about teamwork. It's about working within your team to make things happen. And then when you work within your team, you can create income streams. See, there's 3 pentacles up here. You can create income. You can also move forward, and there's a contract here. So you can move forward in your development in your life to make things happen. So come January 2026, I can't always do everything by myself. And that's what you've got to realize. So bring in the team to help you achieve what it is you feel like you need to achieve in January. That could just be, I need to relax. I need to recharge myself. Or it could be, I've got projects I want to get done before I go back to work in February, or before university starts, or before whatever. Okay? Work with the team and make it happen.
Yeah.
That's January's energy.
A part of your team is your inner guidance, like your inner voice, your instincts and your gut instincts. And, you know, if I was teaching class, it would be my, you know, your higher self or your soul self. Listen to that.
And that's what we've got to do. We've got to trust it. That's exactly right. So it's your physical world, but it's also your spiritual team that want to work with you. And that's where Joe and I will go for a walk, or Joe will spend some time meditating to listen to what they want us to know. And they'll drop stuff into your head and they'll tell you that. And that's what you've got to sit with. Okay, what am I doing? So that's January, guys. And Joe, what have you got for January?
So I've got January with my pottery. If anyone's in the Bellingen area, on Saturday the 10th at 5 till 7, we've got it's like a meditative pottery class. So I know we're doing a little meditation, and then we're going to actually make a plate that you can put a incense stick and a I always say that wrong, Palo Santo stick and an incense. So it's like a tray. So you can use that. Once you've done your clearing with your smudge, you can put it back in the little holder, and then, the stick, and it's going to be a lovely tray. So, so we're doing that, and then we're going to do like a little meditation with it. It's $95. And if you go to the Bellingen Potters Collective website, you can buy a ticket there. If you buy 2 tickets, you get 5% off. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but we'll probably give that back to you on the day, perhaps. I'm not sure how Kylie's worked that on the computer. But, so that's Saturday the 10th. And then in February, I have got a Holy Fire Reiki class. So if you're interested in Reiki, now I've done lots of Reiki classes, but I loved the Holy Fire Reiki. I felt like that energy was really clear and effective. So if you wanted to do level 1 and 2, that's in February, and it's a 2-day course. So if you go to Joanne Plater Clairvoyant, or joanneplater.com.au, the link is there through Wix. You can buy a ticket. And then in February, I'm starting my Inner Child class. So it's a 2-day class, and it's working on it's working on the first 3 chakras, because that's where we hold our inner children. And often I find with people who want to do things in their life, what your belief system is from your inner child is really what yourself will allow you to do. So what I actually find, it's like if you were told as a 0 to 7 child, you can't afford that, we can't afford that, and money was a bit of an issue in your life. It's like if you can imagine an elastic band that's imaginary around your inner child and your adult self now, and it'll let you get so far, and then it's like you sabotage yourself to go back to that belief system that you had when you're from your parents. So effectively what the inner child is clearing away any trauma that we've had, but it's also clearing away any beliefs that we have that aren't serving you. So whether, you know, I had a girl and she was I wouldn't even say she was an overweight child, but she was just a frumpy little kid, you know, but because her mum made a big deal of it, now as an adult, she's gorgeous, like she's 10 out of 10. But whenever she picked boyfriends, they were quite not very good looking. Does that make sense? And I was like, why did you pick him? And she goes, oh, well, he was all right. But it was like that little inner child was telling her what she believed she could have.
Yeah, what she could have and what she deserved. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do it's pretty confronting inner child working courses, but it's just helping you identify the limiting beliefs that because they're mostly formed between 0 to 21, our belief system. So I just sort of get you to prompt you to work on where your limiting beliefs are of your inner child. So therefore, you can have a better, prosperous 2026. So I love that course.
Love it, Joe. Love it. There you go, guys. Then everybody can deal with inner child work. Everybody should look at their inner child because there's stuff there that you might not think is relevant, but it really does affect you as an adult. So have a look at that. Well done, Joe. I might be running a tarot class in February, so just watch my socials. And it's just a one-day class, so that's good. And it's funny, Joe, you were talking about chakras. I do a new healing technique, and I'm just releasing it in January called Umana. And it's chakras 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And it wants you to connect with the expansive you that lives in multiple dimensions of time and space. So it's a very interesting technique. It's about using meridians, and you flip halfway through the session. And it's amazing. The people that I've practiced on love it. They feel like, Charles, I've got so much energy, and I feel like there's more of me. I feel so much bigger. So if you're interested in something like that, I can do an Umana, Umana. It's now on my booking page. So if you want to book for an Umana, you can. And it's very, very interesting. And it's an in-person or online. So there you go. But yeah, watch this space also for a tarot class, possibly in February on a Saturday. So I've just got to work out the dates.
Maybe just message. And if you can't get on to either of our websites, just message us here, and then we can catch up with you to
we'll connect with you
to the right pages.
Love it.
So so I think
January,
in summary, it's like work out, and even with your goals you want to achieve, like we're just talking about January where it's just getting yourself in alignment. But if it's a big goal, go through the whole year and chunk it all down. So what can I do this month for my bright future for that goal?
Smaller steps. Break it down to smaller steps, so that way it's achievable. Whereas if you have one big thing that you need to achieve, it might be too hard to do, or you might find it insurmountable. But if you break it down into little steps, you'll find that you can chip away at it and you can achieve it. So break down a little bit for January, a little bit for February, so that come October, November, we did it. You've reached that goal.
And even I've got mine, and it's, I don't know if you can see, it's like the day, the month, and then it's got like the days down it. But what I've done is I've got all my Post-it notes, but I did them in the car yesterday. But I put Post-it notes like down the column. Does that make sense? Of the list, the things that I've got to do for a few goals that I want to achieve. And then when I've done it, then I pull the Post-it note off, and then that's the dopamine hit that I chuck that in the bin that I've done it. But it's also making sure, my pink Post-it notes are for me time. So I'm not really good at doing things like having a bath, soaking in the pool. I'm a little bit of a goer, so I forget about me. So, I've got all those things on there as well. But it's just anything is possible. It's just you've got to plan and do a bit of chunking it down. Because if you look at a big goal, it's too much and you go, oh, too hard. But if you can kind of break it down, I think it's really important to do that for January, for the whole year, if you can.
Love it. Love it. Wise words, Joe. Love your wise words. Love your wisdom. And we're starting it off with 2026 in January. So, great way to start the month. Let's do it.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you, like Charles, would have spots in, like in January, if you want to need help with helping you achieve these things. And I've got spots in January as well where if you need a little guidance, and sometimes it's also you need someone, and I always say this to people, to be accountable for, because I know
Yes.
if I, with my life coach person, mentor, spiritual lady, if she says, oh, this is your homework, then, and then I book in another date with her, I'm more motivated to do the homework because I don't want to then say to her when I see her next, I didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
So, so yeah,
Yeah.
so we're
And that's the thing.
available as well.
Yeah, we can help you. And we can tell you, through our readings, what the year looks like for you. And if you're feeling a bit flat at the start of the year, let's pick up your energy so that you've got more energy throughout the year. So, yeah,
Yes.
we're available. You can see our websites scrolling along the bottom there, or you can DM us or email us, and then we can get back to you and go from there.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, Joe. Have a lovely week, Joe. We'll see you all next
Yes.
week. And
Yes.
welcome to 2026.
Yes. I love 2026. I have such excitement that many people are going to drop into their heart chakras and live with joy and gratitude of what they've got and what they're getting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Lots of love. Bye.